hi, Video Rama? Yeah, my partner says I've got an addiction to the porn. You got anything to help me out? I don't want to quit cold jerky, you know what I'm saying? You got anything maybe with some porn stars to help me transition?
Welcome back to Videorama, where we take your request for a topic and give you our recommendations. We received a message from a woman who has an addiction to porn. She'd like to ease the transition to quitting porn, so she's looking for recommendations for movies that have porn stars. My name is Linda, but you can call me Frankencheese or Frankengouda. I kind of like that. Frankengouda.
My name's Adrian, and I already ate.
Well, that's good. I'm Donnie, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi,
Yes.
Donnie. Call upon your higher power.
Or something.
Oh, so what monstrosity do we have to deal with today?
I can't
I'm so
imagine.
glad you asked. I chose for my recommendation one of my favorite movies, and definitely my favorite movie by Frank Henenlotter, Frankenhooker. It's part of what messed Donnie and up as children. So yay! It's directed by Frank Henenlotter. You may know from his work for Basket Case and the Basket Case series, as well as Brain Damage.
By James Glickenhaus, director of The Exterminator, The Protector, and Shakedown, and Slaughter of the Innocents. But not The Exterminator 2.
Yeah, that's a very important
Glickenhaus.
distinction.
What is?
Glickenhaus!
Exterminator 2 is much worse.
Well, good to know. So, it stars a couple people, but the porn actress in this is Heather Hunter playing Chartreuse, who is the black sex worker who crawls to the door.
Sex worker at some point.
Yeah.
Excuse me for being sensitive. Anyway, she's the one who crawls to the door and tries to open it before exploding.
Brilliant performance.
Yes, it really was.
She had to study at Juilliard for 4 years to appear in that scene.
Actually, she used to be a dancer on Soul Train.
Soul Train.
And she started her porn career on her 18th birthday. With Heather Hunter on fire.
Glad that she held back until her 18th birthday. It must have been difficult to wait. Like, Mommy, as soon as I'm legal, I'm going to display my body in pornographic material. Just you wait till you're 18, child.
But in 1990, she became the first black female porn star to be under contract when she signed with Vivid.
Yes.
Yeah, and in 1993, she starred in Frankenhooker, which IMDb describes as medical student Heather doesn't know what she's getting herself into when she joins a group of mad Transylvanian scientists who are trying to create the perfect woman. When she gets zapped with electricity, she goes sex mad. But you also may know her from Cream On and Screw the Right Thing. Heather Hunter, ladies and gentlemen.
Johnny, you're a bit of a porn connoisseur. Have you seen any of her work?
No, not hers particularly. No.
Okay.
She
Just
did
thought
do a voice work in Grand Theft Auto.
That she did.
It's good for her having a diverse career. Yeah.
Yeah, she went on to to music, and she even worked with Tupac. And now she's doing photography and she actually created a book, Insatiable, not to be confused with Asa Akira's Insatiable Porn, a Love Story, which was written, I think, 7 years later. But it's a great book. But I have yet to read Heather Hunter's Insatiable, but I'm looking forward to it.
Heather Hunter, hunting for the things that she will never find again. Sorry.
Yours is a singular sense of humor.
Docking for life.
But yeah, it was part of Donnie and I's childhood. Like I said, part of what fucked us up. And in the most enjoyable way. So it's all about this guy, Jersey boy, Jeffrey.
James Lorenz.
Yes, he's played by James Lorenz, who unfortunately
Street Trash.
Yes, I was gonna say his first work was in Street Trash.
I love him.
Unfortunately, he hasn't done much since then. Nothing huge. Yeah,
he's had small parts in some bigger movies, though.
Yeah,
and big parts in smaller movies.
Some folks fit that way. You know, they're like,
yeah.
Like the star of God, what was the shitty medieval series? Deathstalker 2. The guy who was the lead in that was also in Shopping Mall. He did a lot of 80s movies. A lot of
the IDGAF Deathstalker. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I remember kind of having a crush on James Lorenz, like when we were kids, but then
he is
cute. I had a crush on everybody.
Know.
Yeah, that's true.
And very Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Jersey Boy.
Yeah. Have you found your perfect woman yet? Looking for some company?
Looking for some action? He is his fiance, they're at a party, and she's trying to lose weight. In fact, they put a fat suit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like the ice cream man, but that's okay.
They put a fat suit on her, on Patty Mullen, who played Elizabeth, the girlfriend. And Patty Mullen was actually I believe a Penthouse star. So she didn't do pornography.
People define pornography differently, though.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, she was Pet of the Year in 1987 for Penthouse. So yeah, she's no stranger to showing bits. But and now she actually has a line of clothes. So go Patty Mullen. Yeah, good for her. She's making something of herself. But anyways, so James Lorenz, who's also his character Jeffrey, is also a med student, and he makes experiments. I don't know, like inventions, and
He's also an electrician.
Yeah, and he invents the brain with an eyeball from the movie Poster to the brain that wouldn't die. The movie that this is more or less an homage to.
And he may have been kicked out of 3 medical schools, but she would still let him operate on her.
Yes.
well, he's gonna be my husband. Of course I'll let him take me apart and put me back together again.
Donnie's been consumed by a cat.
Donnie, that's not your face.
Donnie!
Send help!
Donnie!
Send
Cat's
help!
a real love nugget.
Send
It's
help!
like intergalactic cat.
You get a big fat cuddle whore there.
She is a fluffy cuddle whore.
Oh.
She's like, I'll take you to hell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope Donnie survives and remains a real person in our reality.
I will.
But yeah, so he makes a remote controlled lawnmower for
his dad.
her dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And She's so busy, like, check it out, Dad. And like, you
And then
can this, you can control the
and
speed.
it's right behind me, and I'm not even gonna look, Dad.
And he keeps saying, "Hey, you gotta get out of the way. You gotta back off. You gotta get out of the way." And so yeah, she is destroyed by.
That wasn't enough for her left to fry an egg with.
Apparently, except for her head, which had gone missing. I love in the
severed
news.
head.
Yes, I did the news story they referred to her as girthful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A girthful girl. But now I know what my obituary is going to be like. But
is that what you're going to call your clothing line once you retire from porn?
Girthful. But robust lady. But oh,
utterly awesome.
Anyway, so he vows to bring her back, and he looks for he gets a lot of money and makes super crack. Well,
you're missing a couple things there. He had a dinner with his beloved beheaded fiance and her big toe.
Right, and
he's got over different body types for her, and
the little scrapbook
centerfolds that she could have her head on. So this she's a severed head that he's holding on to. So this is kind of the sequel to Seven, right now.
I guess, yeah, if you want to take it there.
Okay. And speaking of Ms. Paltrow, there's a part where her head's on the table and he's pouring wine into her deceased mouth. And so in that scene, what would you call the stuff that drips back out of her neck hole onto the tablecloth?
The wine?
Well, yeah, what would you but it's passed through her, so it's something else now. No, I think now you have to call it goop.
I guess.
God damn it, Adrian.
Worked all night on that, did you? It's just wine. It just went down her throat hole that he's fucking.
No, there's a word for food that's in your throat. There's another word as it goes down. It's like a meteor and an asteroid, the meteoroid, meteorite. You got to use the proper word at the proper time. Johnny.
Okay, Adrian.
Proper.
You don't be afraid of it, Adrian. It's okay.
I won't be afraid of your big cat there. How about that?
You shouldn't. She's proof.
The intergalactic space cat who can bring you into the nether region
from rats.
There was a hair metal band called the Radioactive Cats
and rats.
I'm sure there was that.
But
don't think about me.
So yes.
So yeah, and he ends up making super crack that was meant to kill crack addicted hookers.
This is a great setup though, because he's watching this Morton Downey Jr. type. And he's talking about, it's like, oh, so you want the government to pay for it, huh? You crackheads? And he's like, no, don't laugh. This crack's killing them. But this super crack will kill them painlessly.
Yeah.
I almost
just say no.
A hamster or a gerbil one.
Yeah.
Well, remember,
guinea pig, I think.
His moral compass is out of control, so he's got to drill holes in his head, into his brain to try to justify it.
Relax.
And it's like, well, nobody's forcing him. I'm just putting lethal crack in their presence. They could just say no. It's like, thank you, Nancy Reagan.
What do you call that? Isn't it like timpani or something, or like it drilling a hole in your skull?
It's a great idea. That's what you call it.
Like there was a word for it.
We're dealing with medievalism here.
It's like damn it, because they used to do that. Trepanning. Yeah. But like, yeah.
I learned something today.
Don't do it, kids.
Deep suicide.
Don't do it. Teenage tripping. Don't do it. So yeah, he creates the super crack that makes a guinea pig explode. And he works a deal with Zorro the pimp and gets a bunch of prostitutes together. And there, are you guys happy? I used the word hooker and prostitute.
Thank you.
You're using it
worker.
appropriately.
You couldn't avoid hooker. It's in the title.
A hooker.
What?
Or I could do it the It's Always Sunny way with Frank and just say a whore. So he gets a bunch of prostitutes together to pick the perfect woman, and he decides that he can't go through with it. He can't kill somebody.
Well, and there's also just too many good parts.
There's just too many good parts.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't match. Mutt and Jeff.
Yes. And that's the scene with our Heather Hunter. Although why he's looking at non-white girls for his white girlfriend's body.
I thought you'd be fine. This is diversity.
Man.
This is what you talk about.
Modern man in the 1980s.
Yes.
He's not going to stop at that, you know.
Give her black boobs.
Look, the mad doctor in The Brain That Wouldn't Die, he was racist because he was only looking at white ladies to slap his girlfriend's head on. But you know, not Dr. Jeffrey.
No.
I mean, if I could have black boobs.
The doctor
Just
was
have
very
somebody
open.
punch you in them? What?
I would just go get a mammogram.
Oh.
So anywho, he tells them like he can't go through with it, and they're like, well, you're good, you've got to pay us. So he throws his or he tells them like to go through his medicine bag and go ahead and take the money, take whatever
Yeah,
you
like,
want.
you don't want the money there. Take the money. That's all you care about. Take it.
And so they find
They find the super crack.
drugs.
A huge Ziploc bag of super crack.
Look, girls, the party ain't over yet.
Like, no, you don't want that. It's not for you. No, it's bad.
They really love crack.
They
No.
really do.
Not that music. It's the devil's music.
Yeah.
And it is. They're making fun of backwards masking and stuff.
It's gonna tell you what to do. Oh, it's a bad
Anyone
picture.
got a pipe?
So they all smoke this super crack and they all explode into bits.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
One after another. You can see them blowing up.
And
Well,
one of
you're
the just the main prostitute's head goes straight for Zorro and knocks him out.
Just
So-
as he's opening the door.
Oh, that was just brilliant. But yeah, so anywho, then he takes these parts and he finally builds his woman back. And
Using the formula that he devised, which is estrogen based.
Yeah.
That's why he can only bring women back from the
Yeah.
dead. It's an important point, and for some reason it's purple. This is the purplest movie since Purple Rain or Batman and Robin.
You know, that's more in line with your goop.
yeah, I love the
Oh, that's the
beginning
goop?
where he's
Yeah.
like E equals MC square.
You get
Theory
the
of relativity.
diagram of the woman, and he's putting all the electronic bits for what he's going to fill in and connect them up. That was actually James Glickenhaus's hand, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then when he's measuring the girl's ass, I think it's like divide by pi.
Yeah.
It's
right
totally
Equals
awesome.
MC vagina.
Yes. Oh, I love the boob and the nipple because there's that scene where it goes, awesome, utterly awesome. And that buoyancy.
Just across the river, there's body parts on sale all over the place.
But yeah, so he brings his girlfriend back to life. However, she now has the mind of the head prostitute there. And she's
Because the lightning passed through the fridge full of several dead
Yeah,
hookers
she
at the
kind
same
of
time.
incorporated all their death personas.
Yeah.
She's like, looking for a date? Looking for some action? Got money? He says,
Money, Elizabeth, it's me.
I don't have money. It's like, yes.
Can't say anything like Jersey boy here, doctor wants to play doctor with all of you.
But his name is Dr. Jersey Boy, but you can call him Jeffrey.
Yeah.
She's in platform pumps. She comes back to life in a purple hooker outfit.
It's amazing. It's
with
amazing.
Exaggerated purple nipples.
I think that might be part of the reason I wanted purple hair when I dyed my hair. Yeah, so for a movie being called Frankenhooker, there's very little of Frankenhooker.
But there's a lot of hookers. There's different parts of hookers.
There's plenty of hookers. Besides, she really makes her mark when she's, running around Manhattan trying to get a date,
Yeah.
Looking for some action?
What are you, some kind of Swede? You speaking Swedish here? Times Square?
And because it's so topical now on Twitter with people wondering if Batman would go down on a supervillain as they cut out a scene with him going down on Catwoman, a man does go down on Frankenhooker and he dies.
Yeah.
He's electrocuted through vaginal contact.
Yeah, for some reason she's so powerful that the one guy that she takes to bed, like he's just a severed head himself by the end of that.
Yeah, it happens.
Right before that, you get this amazing sound clip I got for you, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, honey, look at Miss Thing.
Yeah,
that was totally in there.
It's a trauma trademark.
Girl, in New York, there's prostitutes, y'all.
And anyway, so the guy explodes and chaos ensues in the Huevos Rancheros, Huevos Grande, where she goes. And then Zorro is just like, that's my bitch.
Some of her. Yeah.
It's like, she's got my mark. That's my bitch.
Yeah, and he says, Crystal, like, come on. And anyway, so the Dr. Jeffrey, he finds her, brings her back to his place, his lab, and she he tries to hit her with electricity again, and she's finally back to being Elizabeth in her mind, but then
succeeded at shocking her with electricity.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Elizabeth Shelley, by the way. Yeah.
Shelley.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, a little grisly nod to Miss Shelley. But yeah, so
it's mostly the brain that wouldn't die,
but anywho, so Zorro, who is not the gay Blade in this movie,
yeah, don't you dare call him that.
And he gets a machete and slices off Jeffrey's head, and Jeffrey wakes up and he's like, but and she says, I brought you back.
Hold on.
You're missing a step.
You forgot the most amazing scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
what happened to Zorro?
Yeah, what happened? Did he live a nice life of being a pimp with crack?
And he lived calling out to all the ladies that he had before in his stable, and they all emerge from the fridge, or what's left of them, the parts that have melted together, and all the special effects, and then that's what sucks Zorro in, and then the hand reaches out and grabs the crack.
Yes, and asks for a crack pipe or a stem, and there's also the walking vagina mouth creature with big titties.
Yes.
There's no vagina, just a mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a very, very high society. That's what I was thinking.
And then there's that twist you were about to introduce. Yeah.
Yeah, so she says, you left very detailed notes, Jeffrey. And
I had to work with what parts I had.
Yeah, and he says, but it only works on women parts.
And now he's got the boobs in his Johnson's.
And he had the twitching matronic hands that just go in like one spot. It's like my boobs and my vag.
Yeah.
Where did my Johnson go?
Yeah.
Mr. Johnson had to go.
Oh.
Frankenhooker!
Frankenhooker, everybody. It's
80
amazing.
minutes of joy. The kind of movie that could only happen back in the day because they won't allow that anymore because we don't
Thank
have
you, Lloyd
humor anymore.
Kaufman.
Yes, thank you, Lloyd Kaufman, for making it a possibility.
Yeah, so this debuted in April of 1990 at the Houston International Film Festival. And went into general release on June 1st of 1990. And it cost the $2.5 million and made the $205,000.
Yeah.
Because fuck you, audiences. What else were you gonna see?
Yeah.
It was a different time.
No, that's not. It's like, well, I could go see Frankenhooker. I mean, that movie sounds pretty boss, but I think instead, I'll see Driving Miss Daisy. Yeah, I'll catch Frankenhooker on video. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Donnie and I made the right decision.
Yeah. Fox Art sells your movies.
You stood on each other's shoulders, got an adult trench coat, and went to the theater together.
One adult, please.
One adult person for Frankenhooker, please. A hooker, which is a thing I have paid for many times, as I am an adult. I have a liquid lunch and a mortgage. I'm an adult, see?
Oh, mother of pearl. So, yeah, Frankenhooker's initial release was delayed because of difficulty obtaining an R rating from the MPAA.
Yeah.
They had to cut out one of the hooker explosions. They had to go down from 7 hooker explosions to 6. It's kind of like Hellraiser. It's like okay, 2 thrusts is love, 3 is pornography. Yeah. All the things in that movie, there's the MPAA for you.
Are we doing away with intros to sections, Donnie?
Oh
yeah, Adrian's gonna introduce that because no one gave a shit this time.
All right, turn that as for porn.
For porn.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time for Kesa Explains It All.
Who's Kesa? Who the fuck is that when it says Linda explains things? Linda knows.
Kesa, like you best bring me a case of scotch.
Kesa, give me some cheese.
You got a case of bitch.
A raging case.
Here, I'll do it for you. Linda knows things. What? I can know things?
Why do I sound like an old Squidbilly?
Because you are.
That's just
I
how
use
women
Hello
talk. You need
Fresh
to know.
because fuck you, Whole Foods.
God damn it. Yeah, so it was delayed. And the director said that one of the representatives of the ratings board actually said in a phone call to the secretary for the production company, quote, "Congratulations, you're the first film rated S." And she said, "S for sex?" And they said, "No, S for shit."
Oh.
Clearly, they did not know art.
Yeah, we're the shit. No, you are shit.
We here at the MPA, we love quality films like Zapped and Zapped again.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you could single this out as shit in 1990. That's amazing.
I know. And Bill Murray was quoted as saying, quote, "If you see one movie this year, it should be Frankenhooker."
He's right.
He was
a very
right.
rare thing for him, but
Dario Argento also spoke very well of this movie.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
it was one of his favorite movies of the year. They interviewed him. Yeah.
Ah, bless Argento.
Yeah, back then anyway.
Yeah, back then. But
Although apparently he's going to be in a Casper No movie.
really
Yes.
interesting. So Louise Lasser, who plays Jeffrey's
Yes.
mother, I
Bananas.
fucking love her. She also played Mary Hartman and Mary Hartman.
She had a very sad decline.
But I love her in this. I'm hoping it's not too long, but I've got a sound clip that I wanted to share.
Okay.
It's fucking amazing. All right, here we go.
Oh, Jeffrey. I'm worried about you.
Yeah, well, so am I, Ma. Something's happening to me that I just don't understand. I can't think straight anymore. It's like my reasoning is all twisted and distorted, you know? I seem to be disassociating myself from reality more and more each day. I'm antisocial. I'm becoming dangerously amoral. I've lost the ability to distinguish between right from wrong, good from bad. I'm scared, Ma. I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm plunging headfirst into some kind of black void of sheer, utter madness or something.
Do you want a sandwich?
No, thanks.
I love that so much because I feel like that would be any one of our responses. Do you want a sandwich?
Do you want a sandwich? Apparently she had to read from cue cards.
Yeah, because she was super sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at one part they had to have one of the crew members be a body double for her while she was supposed to be acting with him. They just like shot the body double from behind. But, yeah, she was super sick and her voice was like all hoarse and yeah. So, but yeah, I know that this is one of the first movies where Frank Henenlotter actually tried to use the union actors, but there weren't many union actors who were willing to show their tatas. So
Frickin' prudes.
I know, right? And a lot of the sex workers when he's driving around town, and looking at all the sex workers in the area, most of those are real sex workers that they got on video while going by.
The sequel they made to Ken Russell's Whore, that's how they got around paying actors. They just hired a bunch of real whores.
I mean,
didn't actually see that one. Imagine a lot of people haven't.
But I mean, you know, like Heather Hunter was obviously one of the heroes that are willing to show their boobies. So, and I guess that takes us to the first Linda's Pizza Pecker. So yes, we have nudity. Finally, we have nudity. So much nudity. There are boobies and nipples galore, and there are butoxes. Unfortunately, no male nudity unless you count his male head on a woman's body.
So, on point of fact, we did not peep a pecker in this
No,
movie.
We did not, no.
at all.
But we kind of sort of almost peeped a badger. Not so
That's
much.
okay. I'm sure
Or
we'll have an
beaver.
exposed penis category at some point, and then we'll have plenty of fuel for this.
And that'll
Someday.
be another section, yes.
Maybe we could do a Boogie Nights. You're
Laurence
a bright,
Olivier's
shining
penis,
star.
Patrick Stewart's penis, Richard Burton's penis.
Jeffrey, everybody's doing it. Like one can hope. So yeah. Did you guys have any notes on the movie?
One interesting note. I don't know if you knew this. Henenlotter was one of 2 writers on this movie. And actually, the other writer, Bob Martin, was the original editor of Fangoria.
No shit. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's true. He was from 1979 to 1986. So that was before he worked on this. But yeah.
Oh.
So kind of an interesting tidbit there.
Yeah.
Donnie's an old like Fangoria fan, and I am kind of a fan just because like I wanted to be cool like Donnie.
But then they see the movies that Fangoria produced.
I mean,
like, oh, this is
some
just
okay ones.
I don't know. I saw that one where the guy falls in love with a siren and then like goes back in time to like medieval times.
Oh, okay.
God, I don't remember the name of that one. I don't know. I just remember it had a lot of vomit in it. And I'm like, there sure is a lot of vomit in this movie.
Yeah, well, so their Satanic Panic was one they did. That was a pretty fun one. That's
okay.
still
I
on
haven't seen
Shudder.
it yet.
Oh,
But
yeah.
also one they did that was
was
actually
I was
kind of
alright.
fun. It was a recent one. Well, not recent, but like 7 years ago recent. Axed. That one was a really fun one.
Okay.
I haven't
I
watched
just, I just
Satanic
remember
Panic was
being
a fun one. It was this fun suburban bitchy Karen moms doing devil shit.
as they do, as they are
As they
Satan's
do.
agents. I just remember in high school everybody was talking about iZombie, where the guy jerked his own dick off his body.
Ew.
Yeah.
Not the show iZombie.
This is the trouble with titles, is that people use them more than once, and you have to be like me, where you're a pedant, and you have to be very specific. You have to say, like, no, that's not the separate piece, it's a separate piece.
But the
reason why you can
response
be that
still
specific-
stands for either iZombie.
Yeah. Oh, was the show also stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
I love it, but whatever.
Of
Well,
course
people,
you do.
people are too into zombies. It's like zombies are funny. It's the South
Yeah.
Beach diet. It's like zombies aren't supposed to be funny. They're supposed to be repellent,
it's-
horrific, undead things that cannot
It's
be stopped.
Not so much, at least for me, it's not so much about her being a zombie. It's about her character, and it's Rose MacGyver. So I mean,
I don't
like,
know
I
who
fucking
that
love
is.
her.
And
She
this
was
is why you enjoy it. That's fine.
in one of the updated Lifetime movies of the Flowers in the Attic.
Oh, I didn't see the other Flowers in the Attic. I just saw the
Ay,
classic Flowers in the Attic.
Yeah.
Your loss.
Look at me, mother. Look at your children. Stay away. Ah!
Eat the cookie, mother. But yeah, also I should say that the Lorenz, the guy who played Jeffrey
Yeah.
said that they Henenlotter ended up having to like they were running low for their budget, although they had a pretty damn big budget.
For what it
But,
is, it's a pretty big budget, especially for
yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I guess they kind of blew it on other things. And yeah, some super crack.
I said, goddamn, goddamn.
Goddamn.
Fun fact: the super crack was real. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real.
But he said that he remembered the guy they had to call in a favor of a pyrotechnic guy, and so it was unlicensed pyrotechnics according to them. And anyway, he said that one of his memories of the movie was the guy setting up the pyrotechnics and telling him, quote, don't worry, it's maybe safe.
I believe they talked about this in one of Lloyd Kaufman's books.
Yeah.
It's
But
nearly
it's-
good looking. The Lloyd Kaufman story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I fucking love it, so whatever. But and
I am very amused by this movie. Yeah.
It is a very good movie, yes.
But apparently
and did you
Lorenz.
know that one of the actresses in it did pornography? Did you know that?
Oh my stars.
I didn't know that. No.
That should be one of the movies we're talking about for that very reason.
Yeah. How do you fail at that? I don't know.
I agree. But also Jeffrey had to I guess he was like strapped into that table for the final scene for hours on end, and he had to like pee in Dixie cups or coffee cups.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, I've had worse jobs.
You got apparently to be an actor, you have to have a little bit of self-discipline, especially if you're doing anything with makeup effects, you know.
Yeah.
Like even not good movies with makeup effects, like shit like Lost in Space or Battlefield Earth, they're like spending like 7 hours to get somebody into shitty makeup.
True.
Like, was this worth it? Make a puppet. You don't even need John Travolta. Battlefield Earth with Muppets. This is Turo. Exterminate man animals.
Oh, also, Patty Mullins was talking about apparently one of the Johns was David Lippman, who also played a pervert in Glickman's The Exterminator, and like you were talking about before. But anyway, I guess in the what do you call it, the commentary? Sorry, I've been drinking already. I've been pre-gaming. But in the commentary for the special edition of Frankenhooker, Lorenz was talking about how he's also the Miracle Whip Man, the pervert. So
that just makes sense.
But yeah, so Frankenhooker, it's a classic. I love it. You should love it too.
Frankenhooker.
Donnie, were you able to find any reviews?
Yes, I was. And he's been kicked. Oh, God. That was a title. This movie is so stupid that it wasn't worth the money, so I gave it to my ex-boyfriend. This is the worst thing I have ever seen. People are giving it a pass because it's supposed to be so bad it's funny. No, I am sick of people giving movies like this a pass. No, it's 100% crap. Never watch it. Well, just don't. And my really favorite one, because it's very artistic, I do not recommend at all. Movie not worth the disc it's made on. This movie really sucked.
Really?
Sucked then. Yeah.
They didn't say awful. They just said awful.
Awful?
AWLFUL.
Hang about here, lads. This has olifol in it.
So
in it bad for you. In it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's always funny when somebody calls something the worst movie they've ever seen. And they're just sort of ratting themselves out. It's like, I've seen 5 movies ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, if Frankenhooker is the worst thing you've seen, either you have weird things that set you off, like, oh, I just can't watch a movie with prostitutes in it. I feel uncomfortable. You know.
Well, what's worse is I have seen the trailer. Therefore, this movie is amazing, and you can't tell me otherwise. It's gonna fucking be awesome.
It's gonna blow your asshole.
It's gonna tongue it. You know.
Yeah. Which, to my understanding from the hookers in the movie, cost about $350.
$350.
It was a bargain.
Apparently. So,
well, you know, we're in the Pacific Northwest, and according to a friend of mine who knows the ladies of the evening, the most inexpensive ladies of the evening in the country are right here. So plan that road trip today.
Yeah, and this is
Washington is for lovers.
This is something I love about trauma films because it's something that was in the making of the Citizen Toxie. And it's one of the bad people they have is a woman with supersized breast who just like mashes her breast into people's heads like just bashes them into people. Like
I
this is supposed to be
mean,
painful.
You've got to
And
use them.
she was talking about how
Or you lose 'em.
absolutely stupid the set was, and the actors, the director, Lloyd Kaufman was, how fed up they
fuck?
were with it. And she actually said, and I love this line, that I earn more money letting men naked slap my tits and punch them for real than I do for the shit that I'm putting up with here.
But now you're famous.
Yes, now you're Hollywood video famous. Oh,
It's not the first time I've heard that.
yeah. And I remember too, one of the actresses was like complaining. She's like, this girl like beat me with her breast and they hurt so bad. I'm like, shut your face, you're an actor.
Remember, there was a while ago where some guy was, I don't remember what state it was, but some guy sued a stripper because because she was doing the Mickey Mouse ears on his head.
Yeah.
And apparently she injured him.
Well, I was gonna say,
She injured him.
She
two
injured
fun
him.
stories. There's a porn actress that recently died, and it was funny because she was in the news for being arrested because after having sex with her boyfriend who invited her to his house, she decided to go and look on her phone to Instagram or something. He thought that was rude, so he told her she can go ahead and leave. So she punched him and busted open his lip, and he called the cops on her for it.
Don't people just have the best relationships? You know,
They
isn't
do.
love grand?
They do.
Ugh.
God, I appreciate things like that. I mean, they were both in the right. I mean, he was like, if you're not gonna be on, if you're gonna be on your phone, not talk to me, then leave. But at the same time, she's also right for punching the shit out of his face. Like, I just sucked your dick. Pow.
Kapow.
Yeah, like in your face.
Face. So, do you guys have anything for script doctors?
I'm sure we do.
Script doctors!
Robots
You
in
don't get
disguise?
caught up in it.
Adrian, do you?
Huh? Oh, 7-2, taking it to the streets. Brad Pitt is broken out of captivity. And he's got just one mission in life: reassemble Gwyneth Paltrow at all costs, and have her bear her Franken child.
Want a candle? Look for
The ghost
some.
of John Doe says no, but Brad Pitt says hell yes.
This is
But
three
he had to
bodies.
make her out of real
You
hooker
can
parts.
expect 7 more.
This is the sequel we deserve.
It's
If
not
you
the
say
sequel
so.
we want.
Ay, vey.
Donnie, did you have anything?
In the follow-up to the wildly successful film Frankenhooker, two eastbound truckers are on the haul of a lifetime when tragedy strikes and the pair end up in a collision course with destiny. After a head-on collision leaves the two blown apart, a local college electrician turned practicing surgeon is able to bring the brothers back together to complete their last haul.
Oh my
Canon
God.
Film presents
No.
a Frank
No.
Henenlotter classic
No,
starring the Barbarian
no,
twins
damn it.
as Franken Trucker. Two heads are better than one.
AKA think bigger.
Yes.
Once I
Now,
knew.
it's got to be a Franken truck too, okay? Not just their bodies. You got to Franken it all up.
Damn it.
Well, yeah, you can do like both heads on one body, or one head is on the truck and the other is on the body driving the truck.
Chicken bone, lucky,
Yeah.
lucky chicken bone.
Oh, it's just sad that one of the brothers sadly passed away. Otherwise, this could have
No.
happened.
Man,
Yeah.
everybody's dying. The
He
porn
was
stars.
65 or 66.
Ed Beatty died.
Shit.
Yeah.
What?
Ed
Yeah.
Beatty died, dude. It's fucked up.
Today
He
or?
died. No, a
not
while
today.
back.
It was
Yeah.
2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Damn. I just totally missed it. Son of a bitch.
I mean, all I can say is when you buy our Patreon, you better fucking have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah, that's all we're saying. It's not a threat. It's just,
There's a lot
saying.
of holes in the forest of Washington. A lot of problems with married households.
Yeah, there's a reason that Ted Bundy was able to run amok for so long out here.
Yeah.
I
And you want
mean,
to plan this away
you
from
know.
people, because if some asshole stumbles upon you with you got a hole and a body in it, you're gonna be out there another couple fucking hours digging 2 holes.
We
You
had us
don't
that
wanna
dear
choose.
Green River Killer. Yes, sir.
We also have Martin Scorsese wandering the woods now and then, so you got to worry about that.
Well, like a
Didn't we
dual
have
woman's
that,
face, you should
like-
see.
Did Ted Bundy live it for some time in that tree house, or was that a different?
No, that was the bank robber guy. It's different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The one with the girlfriend and the house built on 7 trees. Yeah, on the woods by
Yeah.
Evergreen. Yeah.
Hmm. But
We got
yeah.
all kinds of fucking criminals up here.
I mean, like
People like to murder.
we're just putting it out there. I mean, we're a podcast trying to educate you.
I had
mean,
somebody,
a video store.
from Florida asked me the other day if they went outside, if they were going to get attacked by bears and wolves, because
It's
they thought it was like
possible.
Alaska up here.
Just come for the evergreen, stay for the murder.
Yeah.
We have coyotes in our yard, but that's that's about it. Although
And
we
in
did have a
downtown,
bear
you've got
run through.
cougars.
Hanging out in the
Come
bar.
a little closer, you 5-card
Oh.
stud.
I can't laugh too much because that might be me someday soon. So,
Are you gonna? Well, okay, that fits. You're gonna murder your husband. You're gonna be a Washingtonian. You're gonna murder him. That poor
well,
Carlo.
I mean, he is 10 years older than I am. So, I mean, I just got to
I'll
keep him
go
in good
buy you
health.
some flowers, Carlo. It'll be a nice
Carlo.
funeral, I promise.
I'm gonna build him a new body out of hookers.
I'll make some sausages out of his body. It'll be perfect.
well, if you're gonna make some sausages, you better throw some Burger King in there while you're at it, and some
No.
KFC.
No Burger King.
My script doctors is seriously simple. I just want to see a musical version. I mean, that's all I want. I some people want to watch the world burn. I'm apparently one of them. So
I just like to watch porn.
Porn. So, did we learn anything?
Fat girls eat pretzels. Apparently,
Yeah,
you're not a real
a
fat
lot
girl
of
unless you eat pretzels.
That was
Yeah,
a
I
fun
gotta-
scene. She just jammed a whole handful of pretzels in her mouth.
I gotta stop doing that. Apparently,
It's like, you better cut back on those, sweetheart.
everybody tells her that too. Like, I'm saying this for your own good.
It's like, whoa, heifer.
I need the table for coleslaw.
Yeah.
Oy.
Yeah. I learned that if you do crack, you shouldn't listen to the devil's music because
One or the
it's a
other.
bad combination. You'll start, it'll tell you what to do, and it's not good.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Yeah,
Well,
and
throw yourself off
don't
that roof.
smoke crack that you find.
Yeah,
And
you
always
gotta
check
trust
the
and
barrel.
know your crack dealer because they're
Yes.
looking out for you.
Trust your crack source.
Yeah, don't go for super crack, just normal crack.
Always take the yellow cake from the man you meet in the men's room.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
And smoking crack is half the battle. So I guess now's the time to say, please listen, follow, rate, and review Videorama on Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts.
Apple pop.
It helps us so much. And if you review us, it will get you a shout out on air. So please do. Also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/VideoRamaPod. And of course, you probably already know that's VIDEORAMAPOD. Remember, you can find Videorama at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Maybe I know we're at least on
Possibly.
Twitter. At
It's
Videorama
based on the book
P.
Rendezvous with Videorama.
Yeah. But you can find us there at Videorama P, and not like P as in
Urination.
The extra E is for, well.
Yes.
I want to sample Donnie say urination.
Urination comes out of your urethra.
I want to know with your opinion.
That is actually a good PTS, a good message for people is that urine in the female body does not come out of the same hole that the penis enters into the canal.
That's true. You cannot just pee after sex, ladies, and have the sperm go out. It's an entirely different hole.
Unless you want a VD or something, that's okay.
I told you about that dipshit that I used to be friends with, right?
Yes.
She thought she was a fucking genius because she came up with this birth control method. Like peeing after sex.
Semen sees the body as a series of ones and zeros.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to show her a diagram. This is where you pee. This is where babies come.
Did she think that a baby was just in the bladder?
The vaginal canal.
If he's putting it in your pee hole, you're doing it wrong.
Or he's a very, very special man.
He's doll man.
Yeah.
At that point, you're just lucky it didn't enter the navel.
It's Videorama, the letter P. And you can visit our website someday at videoramapod.com. I just got to get my shit together and get it going on. And you can write to us at videoramapod@gmail.com. If you visit our Twitter account at Videorama P, you could take part in a poll to vote on who presented the best movie in the theme this month when we're finished with it. You get to decide who's Employee of the Month. So check it out. And check out my other podcast about witches in history and stories of all media, Bedknobs and Broomflicks. That's BROOMFLICKS. We're enjoyable because much like some of the ladies of this movie, we got licks in the end. Also,
much
check me out
like how we're entertaining because we've got P. We have P.
It's sterile.
You might say we're golden. So also check me out as Lila in Dispatches of Disassociation and as Patrice and Lieutenant Murphy in Coyote's Bluff. Adrian, where can the people find you?
Oh, I'm still dwelling over there on the deviantart.com under the Leo the Fox, LEOTHEFOX. I got over 3,000 artworks and stories on there. You should go investigate that various shits. Most recently, I've got some fan art of the movie Phantasm. I also have stuff on my Patreon, which is also under Leo the Fox. You should show up on there, and for as little as $1 a month, you could see super secret artworks. And I'm on YouTube as A.A. Smith, and there's some shit on there too. You can hear me complain about books that you've never heard of, but then you'll know for sure it was okay to avoid them.
Aw, shit. Donnie? Where can the people find you and your shit house of filth?
Well, since you mentioned it, I'm a raccoon, so I live in a trash can. I'm also Unreal Goals on Twitter, Stilgar Let's Be Like on Instagram. I too am also Unreal Goals on the YouTube, where I do radio stuff and complain about shit when I get drunk. I also was in the Coyote's Muff, same as my sister. I was also the lead in the production by Cinema Recall of Night of the Living Dead, where Linda also was there for a phone operator. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Phone
operator.
Yeah, hookers and blow.
Help me place this call.
Adrian, what's your recommendation for this customer?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you asked. My recommendation is
you're supposed to actually say it. You don't freeze frame. You dickless wonder. you actually have to say.
Adrian, are you okay? Adrian,
he's having a
big
stroke.
Guy? What? Oh no, not again!